What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today, we have a really special guest in the building. Listen, he's a music producer, an artist manager, and now he's also an event producer also. You know, we have in the building today, we have Jahvy Ambassador in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Blessings.
You good?
Yeah, I'm my man.
Yeah, all right.
Give
You're
thanks.
the man that wears many hats, you know what I mean? Producer, artist manager, now event producer, and all type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing. You know, too much is given, much is required. So
You
I
understand?
don't feel like it's a safe space for me.
Definitely. Welcome back to Toronto.
Yeah, to the cold.
It's come on, man. It's September. It's not that.
Now on the place, if Jamaicans know, and Jamaicans are living in Jamaica, know say, probably have to put on a pullover, it cold. But Jamaicans in Toronto is saying it's nice weather. Everybody's saying it's nice weather for September, but I'm cold.
Daytime, we're good. Nighttime, I could understand. That's
A
why
little bit
I got
chilly. Yeah,
the
facts.
pullover now, so I get it.
Yeah,
But generally, we're good, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Next time, link up in June, July, August.
Yeah.
And you'll get that type
The
of weather.
heat. Yeah. All right, facts. Bet. We'll
Definitely. Originally from Linstead.
be there. Yeah.
All right.
Catherine.
What was it like growing up in Linstead back then?
To be honest, it was like I came from a Christian background, to be honest, in Linstead. So, you know, going to school and church, that was basically our upbringing as youth. So, you know, it was a vibe though.
Definitely. And did you get introduced to music in church or more home? Where did you get introduced to music?
My father is a musician, he's a guitarist.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of people sometimes tend to, you know, whenever you kind of get involved in the industry, in dancehall, a lot of people tend to shy away from the beginning. But for be honest, I've always been a church type of youth in terms of just, going out with my family. You know, and as the years goes by, you know, society kind of, you get rough, you know?
Yeah. I know, listen, I grew up in church, so I get it. You see, church, there's your church life, and then you're curious about what's going on out there. So sometimes the curiosity catch you, and you just don't go back.
It's not even curiosity, you know, it's just life.
Yeah.
You know, it's just life. And to be honest, we're not far from where it concerns God, you know?
Yeah.
We still keep that kind of love and that understanding to the Almighty. I know say, oh, you can't do it without God. So still I'm a spiritual person, but you know, I always tell people say, oh, don't try to lie to yourself. You know, don't try to lie to yourself, because it's not gonna work out.
Makes sense. And there's certain groundation that you have in you, that certain principles that you have from back then that just doesn't leave you to this day.
Naturally, and that is true. I mean, even how, you know, your parents, them kind of set out the life that they want for you. I think a lot of what we learn as kids, it's imparted now as adults, you know, you staying by yourself and staying out of bad company and stuff like that, you know. We still kind of use those stuff right now as adults for kind of just, you know, have a part for yourself.
Definitely. High school now. What would your friends say you were like in high school? What type of person were you?
You know, I always say, it's funny. I really wouldn't know what people would say, but I wasn't necessarily one of those popular kids, to be honest.
Okay.
You see me? But, you know, I've always been doing music. I did music in high school at Charlie Mount, you know, so big up Charlie Mount and, you know, the whole Mount family. You know, that's my alma mater.
Definitely. And then I know you went to Edna Manley for music education.
Yeah, that's where I did my bachelor's degree at Edna Manley in music education and performing arts as a piano major. Yeah, and then you don't financial restraints. I didn't get to complete school, you know, but you know, as much as life get rough, and we just have to rough up the world and do what we have to do.
But a lot of times, if you completed school, you might not be on the course you're on right now. So you are just going through the motions to get to where you're going.
Yeah, it's a case for all heap of people I meet. Even now, I have a lot of friends where I've probably known from college that went through the system, and you know, them would attend for ask me for advice, and I say, oh, for somebody who drop out, you're doing well for yourself, and you know, we go to school and pay government too much money, and you know, we still there go and ping pong. But I think it's about the drive that you have as an individual, personal goals and aspirations, things where you want to accomplish for yourself. And circumstances for me, the pain for me was really the price, you know, and I think that was what I used to kind of motivate me to be who I am today. When I dropped out of college, you know, I made a vow to my parents them that I was never going to disappoint them. You know, that was the key thing for me. I felt like my mom initially wanted me to, because my older brother is more of a book person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think naturally any parent would want them kids for kind of follow that part where, you know, there's a certainty in terms of what you will do with your life. You know, so not that my mom or my parents were discouraging me from doing music, but they wanted to ensure that I was fine. So, you know, initially my mom was saying that, you know, go you take like your older brother and figure it out. I was like, I don't want the music. You see me? And she gave me the opportunity to choose what I wanted to do. So when I dropped out of college, I felt like I had to not disappoint them. So, you know, when I made that decision, they say, yo, this is what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I had to make sure that my parents, you know, had that okay for them to say, oh yeah, him choose music and it worked out for him.
What did they feel when they knew that you wanted to go into secular music opposed to producing gospel and Christian type of music? What was that conversation like with your parents?
There was never that conversation, you know. And I said it to myself. It's funny because I said it to myself recently that I'm so appreciative of how much my parents support what I do and not supporting, you know, in for lack of saying it, not supporting, you know, the derogatory stuff or stuff like that. Not that they don't support, but, you know, my parents are Christian, so, but they're very supportive of 450 and the music and all that we've been doing. And, you know, my mom prays for me all the time. And whenever 450 do one of the clean song them, then she call me and say, yeah.
That one there.
So Faith and Journey and those type of songs, you know, are her songs, you know, she listen to them. But, you know, 450 the whole heap of lewd music, you know, them not, to be honest, them not really into that. They're not going to listen to that. But, you know, them, my parents just want to know that I'm still out of trouble and, you know, I'm focused. And as me I say, God is a big part of my life, you know, so I'm always that kind of person who is grounded and spiritual. So, you know, we still pray and we still give thanks all the time, you know.
Definitely. So then now between dropping out and meeting Bugle and producing the song for Bugle, what was that path like in between phase right there? Was it easy? Was it rough? What was that like leading up?
It was a nightmare, to be honest. Even though I have to clap myself sometimes for making it through, because those days were some dark days in terms of, it's not like now where I can figure out what my next move is, because things are so much better now. But then it was really about, you know, how I go mix up now life with the limited resources that we have, you know. So it was a terrible moment in my life. But as I say, the pain really was the price I had to pay for where you are, and, you know, it worked out, you know. And I always tell people that what you're going through, it won't be forever. I can guarantee you for that. It won't be forever.
That's good and bad too, you know.
Yeah. But I can tell you, with all certainty, struggling has so much lessons in it. You know, it has so much lessons in it. It teaches you how, you know, for Tony and I make fashion. You know?
That's where that statement came from. You know what I mean? The groundation of that statement is struggle.
In so many different aspects. In like when for me personally, when you never had it, you had to know how to find ways to get it. You see me? And I think those experiences teach you so much. Those experiences teach you so much. So even now, when it comes on to business and friendship and money and saving, just the experience you have from all of the things that you went through, it keeps you grounded, it keeps you focused.
Because you remember those times.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
Yeah, man.
so what was it about what you were doing what made Bugle even connect with you in that early time there?
I think it was kind of just the environment that I was in and what I was exposed to at the time and the networks, He was an artist that I was around and, I just felt like the stuff that I was doing was kind of relating to him, So that was why I reached out to him.
Definitely. And you only did one song with Bugle, or you did other work with him too?
No, just the one.
Just the one song. Okay, so then this is Bugle. So how did you jump from Bugle now to Alkaline? Because that's a jump, boss. You know what I mean? How did that happen there now?
Oh, it's just consistency as it would the case now. Just staying consistent and just reaching out to artists. The link with Alkaline wasn't something that came overnight, I was persistent about it. I called, I emailed. Them can't tell her the story. I think Alka probably just get fed up one day and say, yo, I said, no, man. And I call the dog and tell him, say, I'm good, man. You know? Yeah, so I was always, and I've been a fan of his music from before meeting him. So I think that kind of prepared me for what was to come. So I was always making the beats and he's like, mother say, yo, me feel like Alka that bad panda rhythm, You see me, I'm gonna make something like this way, drop or, or whatever I thought his headspace was at the time. I just researched and I just kept making music for him and kept sending it to the email. And, one day I was driving, I was going home and, and the phone ring, and funny enough, it's so surreal that I was listening to Alkaline at the time. You see me?
Yeah.
Probably that the dog.
Yeah, you call him into your universe, you know what I mean?
Dog say dog into the thing for real, you see me?
Yeah.
And when I answer the phone, I must say, Alka, man. And I said, ooh. You see me? The rest is just history from this. I'm very appreciative of that, The link with Alkaline changed my life, and it allowed me to take care of my family and where I'm at now, I owe him a lot for that.
Mm-hmm. And I think the first song that you guys worked on together was Mirage?
No, My Love.
My Love.
Yeah, My Love. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the first one.
And how did it feel now that this song was complete? Remember, trying to get him for all this time is one thing, Mm-hmm. Getting a song now is a totally different thing. What was that feeling now that you got the vocals, you got the song produced by me? What was that feeling like?
I could have tell my mother, say, things are changed, mommy. Things are changed. And I felt like, and it was a moment when, as of now, a lot of focus was on him, So me coming into the picture as a new producer, that was kind of refreshing to everybody for say, who this now Alkaline I work with. So a lot of people were interested in why a giant in the industry would be working with somebody brand new. So I got a lot of energy from that. People were just curious as to, why Alkaline said my dog Jahvy produced, and people wanted to know who this person was. Cause Alka is very seldom when Alka, call names or stuff like that.
You see the trick with Alkaline in particular, he knows how to reinvent himself time and time again. Look, sound, produces everything. Yeah. That's one person that knows how to really reinvent himself time and time again.
Well, you need that as an artist, because I remember dancehall is so fast paced. I think it's one of the good and bad things about the industry. This minute it's coconut everybody I work with, and then the next minute is breadfruit, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that the game has kind of changed in a way where it's not really, people are not focused on one thing anymore. You know, is whoever has that sound or has that trend or has that vibe, you know, people just work with it until them tired of that thing and them move on to the next thing. So as an artist, that's why it's important for kind of have a structured career and a catalog that can, you know, keep you grounded throughout those phases when people attention kind of just say, oh, you know, I'm gone over here, so I'm gone over here. So at the end of the day, you want to know that you have material that people can use to motivate and people can use for entertain and stuff like that. And, you know, that's just your thing.
What do you think it was about your style of production that he really liked and he seen you? Yeah, he knew that you were motivated, that you would get the work done, but what do you think it was about your sound, the texture, something about what you did where Alkaline said, all right, let's do this?
Probably just the melodies are the beats. I think most when you hear my beats is as I hear them. Like for example, if you should listen to Hostage, you know, as you hear it, you know, it ocean wave the same thing. As you hear these beats, them kind of something about the beat just kind of grabs you. You know, I think maybe I don't know. It's just it's God's timing too, and you know what He wanted for my life. He just felt like it was my moment. You know.
Remember, this Alkaline linking you guys doing some work, having some great stuff, great production. But come 2019, I think it was, that's when you got into an accident, a car accident that almost changed your entire life because I think even your hand and all your stuff was broken and stuff like that.
No, it was just I don't remember what was some medical term, but my hand was fractured. Basically, a couple of the bones was fractured, so you know that kind of hindered me from making music. But I wanted. I think I've said it in some interviews before. I was telling Alka about the accident, and then it was funny. He was compelled to tell me, you have to use music for. And it was funny, but like, yo, it's an accident. It's an accident.
What am I
It's an
going to
ac-
say?
It's an accident. We just go through. But, the G, I think, Alkaline is a visionary. So I think him did just know, say, yo, a type of person that I am, if I'm supposed to kind of just, be persistent about it, then it would work out. And at the time, him kind of just never want it seem as if, we in a down place, because sometimes people can use that against you and I say, oh, boy, them crash and them done for and so, I was just motivated for keep going after him encouraged me for just stay at it. I just pressed through, and that was how I came up with the Soul Survivor beat.
Crazy, crazy, crazy rhythm right there. That's the one with Alkaline, Ocean Wave, Cranium, Jamil, Mavado,
Yeah.
Star Captain, couple of them. Well, this rhythm, and when you hear it, when you heard the Alkaline and when you heard the Cranium, it's almost like they were playing in the same market, but two different markets at the exact same time. You know what I mean? One has the radio, one has the streets. And it almost sounded like if you didn't realize, you wouldn't realize they were on the same beat until you heard them together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how they were produced. Wicked right there.
Yeah. I think every artist kind of just have them own marketing strategy. Because Soul Survivor was COVID time. So everybody kind of locked into their own strategy as to, how we're going to get the music out to the people. And, I had, what would you call that now? I had a following. And people were interested in how I came up with the rhythm and the story behind it. And that I think that encouraged a lot of the success. And just the work what the artists then put in. We really spent, and we did a lot of work on that. A lot of work.
Definitely. But out of a bad situation came something amazing.
Yeah.
You understand? And that just seems to be your life. Your life just seems to flow in all type of directions and you end up wherever you end up. Even though you might plan it, you might plan certain things, but it's just life carries you all over the place.
Definitely, facts.
After that now, top prize. This is where the Billboard came into play now. This is where you're a Billboard producer. When you got the 2 placements on the top prize now, what was that like now, getting those placements on that album there?
It was an incredible feeling, for now say I have 2 songs on an Alkaline album. I was happy when I heard the news. When it comes on to me and working with Alkaline, is always a lot of people might think is something that is staged in a sense, but it's really not. It's just great work ethics on both parts. So Alkaline is always working in the studio. I'm always working in the studio. So I will just send him stuff like randomly, 3, 4, 5 beats one time. I'll just keep sending stuff. And Alkaline, as a lot of people know, is not really a person. It's not really a conversationalist, isn't me? So you will send Alkaline something, and you and him don't have a conversation about it, and until him call you and say, my work on this and probably change this, which can be weeks or months after. You
Yeah.
get what I say? So with Top Prize, I think that was one of the situations where I was sending him beats and he was just in the lab working, and then, we had a conversation about Hostage, and Karina told me that it was going to be a part of the project and stuff, and I was excited about that. And quite obviously, it would have been a success, primarily because of Alkaline, and the following that he has and the fan base. So, the Billboard placement, was expected, but for me, is a great. I mean, I'm pretty sure he expected it, but for me, it was a great accomplishment.
It definitely boosts your stocks again.
Price change.
And I mean, again.
Again.
All right. Doing all of these wonderful stuff here, and you even said something. We all know Alkaline's not really a big talker and stuff. You're not really a big talker either. How did you guys communicate? What did you guys send? One-word text to each other? Because you guys are not big on talking, you know what I mean?
I feel like, to be honest, that's always been him from him. I really don't know if somebody have a different experience with him, then probably would have to come say it. But I mean, he's really a jovial person. He's a cool G, in terms of if you and him connect like that, like if the dog I say, I'm a dog, that, I think different from that, people might think is a facade where, he might try to put up an image or is a career tool for try stay relevant. It really and truly isn't.
Yeah.
I can tell you. G, really and truly, no, I whole heap of talking. Alkaline has always been an action person, and when it comes on to him giving a reaction, you won't have to second guess it. As me I say, he's a person that him deal with action. So the whole heap of conversation and talk and back and forth and ray, it's not the G. The G is just a person where if him feel like it deserve necessary action, him react. And if him feel like it don't deserve it, him just,
Leave it alone.
it's just my take from, years of being around him and being friends with him.
Definitely. This is now when you put on your manager hat. How do you link with 450?
Somebody was as always. I have this high traffic of people always trying to have me work with them. Funny enough, it wasn't a case with 450. Somebody was reaching out to me to work with me for something else. You see me? And it's like the person would have sent 450 as the reference. You see me? And 450 at the time had one song. 450 at the time had one song. And I never know, said the artist named 450. And it was hell for try and find him.
Yeah.
See? Because the song name Binds a Fly, he had one song on YouTube at the time. So he named 450 Binds a Fly. So granted, I think the artist name Binds a Fly. See? So
Because 450, it's
yeah,
you're not here used
I
to a
wasn't
number.
expecting a number to be the name. So
Yeah.
it was difficult to search, remember, because remember I only have one song, so me I type it. I wanted to hear more music, you know. I was typing in 450, 450. Is it me? And I had a conversation with the person, and them say, you know, me produce this. I don't remember if them tell me say them produce song, but them show me the song, and I was intrigued at how good it was lyrically, you know, in terms of how I'm constructed together. And he was such a young person at the time, you know. And I just told my brother to reach out to him, and he did. And then he came to the studio. I invited him to the studio, and I asked him. I gave him a beat. I say, after meeting him, I gave him the beat and say, write a song, and link me back and let me know. I was in the midst of working. I was doing some work with Alkaline at the time too, so I was really preoccupied. So me not even have it for my events. I know young artists, them want a break, but you know, you're not really. I don't want to say 2 days after that, we get 2 songs on the rhythm. And I was like,
Yeah.
what this serious?
Yeah.
I said, what this serious? Isn't it? And funny enough, it was him telling me that him feel like him can do better. And I'm like, what? In a 2 days time, you send me 2 songs, and you as a young artist, I tell me, say, producer, you know, say, me feel like, say, yo, I just want the right song more. You get what I say? And immediately me just sign him. I think that was incredible for a young artist in terms of just interest and work ethic, and you know how good he was at penciling his music, and the rest is just history.
And at that point there, you said you seen it, say, okay, this guy is definitely knows what he's doing. You just want to have a vision now to really take him to the world.
Yeah, because I said it's not because he's my artist, but him really is the man right now for the new generation of artists. I think his writing skills, his image, his talent as a performer, as him as a person, his personality, you know, him have a strong female fan base, him have a strong street fan base, you know, and I think him is just kind of the person in terms of talent wise that I think right now can bring the music to a level where, you know, people can appreciate it for what them know dancehall is about. And especially people are so fond of writing in dancehall. People love the wordplay and them, you know, them love all of them little thing there, you know. And he's really good at that.
Definitely. And what I really rate with the early times too is you're working with Alkaline, that's Vendetta. You're Tru Ambassadors. He's Syndicate. Those times MVP was on the road. But it seemed like everybody linked with everybody and you could do their own things. You've seen him on New Rules while you're still doing your own thing too. So it's like it was a big family with extended family also.
Us real friends never sell out, you know. I think when friendships are genuine, it's not about, you know, team or side or, you know, everybody in the link is just friends, you know. Mavado and Alkaline, good friends, you know. Alkaline and 450, them good friends. And me and Mavado cool, Mavado and 450 cool. So it's a case where if Mavado and 50 there says a vibe, and if 50 and Alka there so it's a vibe, and you know, so it's not a thing where you try calculate it based on trying to do something in the industry. It's just friends that have a common interest, and you know, Alka is one of those persons that, you know, him believe in a young talent. Especially even with 450, yes, he gave us that opportunity numerous times. and New Rules. I think we did 3.
Was
You know,
Riddim.
and I can't remember Alkaline giving somebody the opportunity 3 times. so I tell you, said is good friendship, you know, and it's always a vibe when them communicate and link, you know, them fond of each other and the music that both of them do, you know. So, you know, we have to respect that, you know, and I'm happy for that.
Definitely. And what would you say would have been his breakout song, the song that people really looked at him and say, listen, okay, 450, I see something's going on right here now.
Imperfection. Imperfection was, I can remember Falcon there with me. I remember like yesterday. I swear to you. I was in the studio. I wasn't even in the studio. 450 was in the studio the night before. And something happened. And I think that we're at studio late. Because I'm not from Kingston. So he was at studio late the night before when him write Imperfection. And something happened. I think Chum, one of our bridging did tell us something happened and would I go stay, he was going to stay in Kingston. So he stayed at my house. And I want to tell you the morning when I go studio, him a weekday was going studio. Weekday was telling me the story that, you know, him there tell weekday how something go on and him no know. That way he must say, you can curse words. When he must say him fucking best friend girl, and then, you know, weekdays this work person no way. Weekday love the weekday I deal with anything with music.
Yeah.
You see me? So weekday I say, yeah man, right about
Ready.
it man. You see me, I have the rhythm. You know, and them go studio and him write it. And I can remember when I'm going to the studio. I went in the studio and them play it for me. See? And I swear, Falcon there as witness. I call Falcon and I say, Falcon, 450 boss, you know.
Yeah.
See, I say, yo, where I talk, boy. I say, yo, the man have a blood clot song for the studio there, you see? You see me? And I say, and I left. And when I came back, what really made me know that this song was a hit song was when him say, I guess it could have worse, right? And I say, oh, that is it. When he said that line,
That's when you knew.
that's when for sure.
Yeah.
So when him said that, like him say, I guess it could have worse, right? Well, at least when a friend kill her bad mind. You see me? And I just knew we knew who found it. And you know, me and him was talking after I recorded the song. And him like him say, oh, forgot about this now. And I say, oh, let's put it on your WhatsApp. You see me? And see the reaction and the vibe. And him put it on him WhatsApp and him call me back and say, yo, dog, everybody has said me that. And I say, yo,
You see?
it gone. So put it on your Instagram now.
Yeah.
I'll put it on Instagram. So that was even before TikTok and them thing that was prevalent. And I feel like that is what kind of cement him in the industry. The fact that, you know, him never need particularly a app for stay relevant. And music kind of just resonate with the people. So it's not a thing where him have to get up every day and try to be trendy or, you know, try to put out something where, you know, him is just one of them artists that people just kind of love him for the, you know, for the music and stuff like that.
Yeah. I heard all of those songs there, but the one that really, really, really made me pay attention was Oh Gal Thief.
Really?
You see, when I heard that one there, because I'm a man, I'm inundated with music, but when I heard that one there, I said, all right, you're bad. It was just a different energy, a different vibe. You understand?
I mean, I called it too. I tell one of my brethren, say, that was when after we did Journey. After we did Journey, yeah, we did Gal Thief. Because we kind of was structuring him career at that time. So we did have 2 songs that resonated with the streets, and then I said, I go find a Gal song that could resonate in the streets too. And him the Gal Thief. But personally, no, Gal Thief was like easy for him, to be honest. It was like, if you want Gal Thief from 450, it's like a walk in the park. I can just send him up tempo Riddim and just say, oh, do that.
Okay.
But you have times when you hear him tell you, say, him a go studio by himself and him no want nobody in the studio. That is where you get songs like Cold Street. Like when it gets serious, yeah, when the boss go in a different book. But yes, a girl thief, all 500 man can be in the studio and him just say, yo, what is what want me sing about? And him just take probably half an hour and just put some things together. He has so many songs. And then him have him song them where him kind of just take him time with and say, oh, this me need for, you know? And recently we had conversations about Cold Streets Part 2.
Okay.
You see me? So as I say, I have songs where they must say, yeah, no distractions, no one nobody call my phone, you know? Just collect the money for the show them.
Yeah.
You know the price.
Because how do you guys even choose who he's going to collaborate with? Because I know he's done music with Chanel Muir. He's done music with Valiant. He just put out the one with the remix with NLE Chopper. How do you guys choose to say, okay, this is who we're going to pair him with to collaborate and do some songs?
That really is him, you know. You know, from a creative standpoint, him kind of select, you know, when him feel like it's necessary for, you know, or him tell say, yo, him like the artist a sound, or him feel like him want to this. The case with NLE was NLE just loved the Bad Gal record, and he felt like he wanted to remix it, and you know, 450 and the team just felt like it was a good opportunity for kind of take a step towards, you know, an international move, and it has done so well for him, you know. Bad Gal went number 4 and Shazam in New York, and you know, it's one of them big songs them, you know. If him go anywhere in the world and sing it, you know, him get that resounding reaction. So, you know, I guess it pays off. So when it comes on to collabs and stuff like that, you know, the creative part, I'm just there to guide when it comes on to, because a lot of the times him and Falcon and Wheat there in the studio, you know, so them will go studio by themselves, you know. When with the managerial aspect, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of, you know, the administrative side of career and planning and organizing and tours and everything, you know. So throughout the day, them with their studio, and then I'll pull up and listen some stuff and, you know, make a few tweaks, and I say, yo, you know, I like that, probably change the line there, you know, and him say, all right, boss, it good, and, you know, you come back and him send you the music. So him will always send me music in the mornings. I will always get music in the mornings through WhatsApp. Him send me, I say, yo, last night, what do you think? And why? I don't know how him do it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But that's where you like that he has that thing about him that you can't really explain. You just know that there's this thing that this man could create these.
You know what?
hits.
You know what's one of the most impressive things about working with 450? I've seen it with Alkaline, but Alkaline doesn't show that skillful side as much. You know, because Matthias Alka is kind of a loner, but with 450, it's like you still like you have that right this and it's a food basics. It's like I can call him and say, yo, you know, I feel like you have to write a song about food basics.
Yeah.
And I must say, what you mean? I say, yo, a situation where the food I walk go down the road and, you know, it meet up on basic and rate it. I must say, yo, alright. If him don't like the idea, I might say, yo, fuck her, I chat that. You see me?
Yeah.
But when him like the idea, I must say, yo, that body, you know, I do it. And then him just come back with, so it's kinda easy for creatively manage him. Cause like most said, DJ, time for turn up the place now. And him say, where you pre? And I said, that style. And him say, say less. 10 o'clock in the morning, the WhatsApp, where you pre? I swear. And if you know I'm to prove it, anytime.
Yeah.
Just tell me what I know I'm to tell him.
We're going to take, you know what? This is the part I'm going to clip, and we're going to put this up on Instagram. We're going to send out that challenge and see how it's almost like a freestyle in real records.
Easy. Boy, him been doing it. Remember, even before him was popular in Mavado, the freestyles, I had competition in COVID where we'd have just randomly put up beats and him would have just freestyle them. And it's not freestyle like say him a go there song you go say yo sing about a clock and him just a go freestyle. It's not that. It's more like you telling him what you want him to create and him create it.
Yeah. Definitely. And I see you guys are touring all over the place. Seen you guys in Guyana, seen you guys big show in England. A lot of these shows, and when you see the reaction from the crowd, you know it's epic. All you see is lights right across when this man comes. I seen him in Dream Weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, making it rain the other day too. I said, okay, I see what you guys are dealing with over here. You know what I mean? And I know right now you guys are in Toronto about to do the same thing.
No, you can't say that him, not me. Not we guys are you guys.
Him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, nobody knows me dash your money. See me dash your money.
We seen you Zelle money.
Yeah, you know,
$1,000. We seen that.
It's a situation where, boy, take a toll in my life. I tell you, but that's one of them things there. I don't want to say, I'm always tell people say, yo, the funds are so important to your career. You know, you're really and truly nothing without them, no matter what. You can't imagine if you're having an event or you're making music. Let's say you're having an event, you know, and you feel like you're powerful. And you say, yeah, man, I'm the man. And you put out an event and you tell people, say, yo, come out, come see me. And the night when you're in the arena, there's you alone there. There's no power to show with that. So the fans for me are the most important thing, you know. And they allow you to feel like you're powerful. Them allow you to feel that way. Sometimes you're not even powerful. It's the fans them kind of get that influence to make you feel like, say, you know, you can do it. And really and truly, you know, your talent, nobody can take it away from you. Fans them can't take away your talent. The fans them have to appreciate the work you do. You know, so I think it's a equal thing, you know. But for me personally, that's why you say we're so kind with fans. It's something we hold as a team, you know, dear to our heart in terms of the support, the events that we do. Saturday with 450 Live in Rebel, you know, we can't do it without the fans. You know, and the fans are the ones that are going to make me post that bossy caption Sunday morning. You know me?
Okay, so let me ask you this, because this is your third event that you guys are doing as Tru Ambassadors, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you choose Toronto now? Because you did 450 Live in Kingston. What was the second event? Or that was the second one?
The second event is like a yearly party that we have in Linstead called Polo for Days.
Polo for Days. That's why Dino Crazy's party.
Yes, that's Dino Crazy, yeah.
Okay. So then why, when you say, okay, bam, we're jumping on a plane and we're going somewhere, why did you choose Toronto to say, okay, you guys are going to get the first show of 450 Live in? Why Toronto?
Toronto is just an amazing place. Canada. Yeah, it's just an amazing place. The reception of the fans is just incredible in terms of how receptive they are to the music. You know, you can't go around that. And you know, when you have the fans that crave the music so much, you can't help but just give them what I'm ask for. And they want a concert, they want a good concert, they want to see 450 Live in concert. We've had situations where we haven't been able to perform in Canada due to circumstances. So I felt like it was time to put it together, and taking the show on the road is a plan that we have coming up, you know, for different major cities, that 450 Live in concert. We just want people to tell us where they want to see him. Yeah. You know, we'll put it together, you know, for 2025 and moving forward. But Toronto, and he loves Toronto so much in terms of the reception him get from the fans and just the people and the energy and everything. It would be a bad decision not to have a major concert in Toronto.
It's going to be an interesting Saturday. This Saturday, September 7th, inside a Rebel, because it's just going to be like, you've ever heard of these back in the days, I think like Teddy Pendergrass and these R&B guys used to keep strictly ladies shows. This is what this show is gearing up to be on Saturday, where it's strictly ladies in there that's going to be screaming their head off just for 450 on the stage. Yeah. And when he backs out the money...
Well, if him have the money, you know, so him have the money, so him can do it. As you mean, him in my charge all if I want it for sure. So you can do it.
Yeah, definitely. Two more questions I have for you before I get you out of here. Show's coming up and all that, but I want to even know you now as a producer, because I said you're producer, manager, event producer, and everything. As a music producer, what would you say is your style when it comes to music? What is it that what's your signature sound? When we hear a Jahvy Riddim, what's your signature sound?
I think it's just the progression, the chords, just the texture, the tone, you know, is easily identifiable, you know. And, you know, as I said, just God's time, you know. I use that a lot because I just feel like no matter who you are, sometimes you put out your best work, just in your time. And then you have days where you think it's okay, and it's really amazing when God put his hands on it, you know. So for me, that was kind of my situation with music and just making beats. It's just a moment like, no. Once me say a time now, I touch, man. Yeah. Once me say a time, I eat that. So for right now, I'm actively always producing music, you know. But as I say, you know, expanding the brand and building the company, it takes a lot of work, you know. A lot of times we just have to leave the country for go meetings and meet with different people and just structure the thing administratively. And I've been blessed with an amazing team of people who are able to, you know, hold the company together while I try to accomplish everything. My younger brothers, Falcon and Wheat, they are in charge of just production. So if we need 25 Riddim in an hour, I can guarantee you between Falcon and Wheat there, I can get those 25 Riddims, and that is mixed with 450 and them just connecting and just, you know, getting music together, and then them just send me the stuff them, and then, you know, me and my team just sit down and say, all right, this is what we're going to next, this is what we're going to put a music video to, you know, this is where I work on a project, and, you know, and people are so anticipative of his debut album, and just a moment, just, you know, soon go now.
Yeah.
Soon know I got one.
Last one. As you said, you work with you're the middle brother. Weekday is the younger brother.
Yeah, and I have an older brother.
Okay. How difficult or how easy is it to work with your real brother in a business where it's fast paced, it's always moving, there's a lot of decisions to be made, sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're not. You produce, he produce, Falcon produces too. How difficult or easy is that to hold that together?
You know, I've always heard people, them have experiences with family and money and this and that. Boy, I can't relate.
Yeah.
You see me? I'll tell you the truth. I always say to myself, I say it every day, I'm so blessed with an amazing team of people around me. My younger brother, them just, you know, them know what to do in terms of the music, and they are aggressive in terms of the work ethic. And I think that is what kind of makes it easier for me. Because Falcon and Wheat there, I don't know if they want to prove something to the world that we, you know. You see me? But his work like I've never seen before. It's like them always in the studio. It's day in, day out. And as I say, if it's a case where I say, you know, say, I get a call and them say, oh, them want 25 new Riddim right now in an hour, and they can whip them up for me quick and fast. You see me? And it's always amazing work. I don't think we've put out a project that can be harshly critiqued in terms of, you know, quality. You know? So, Tru Ambassador, man.
Right there. Right now, the floor is yours before I get you out of here. Anything you want to say, anybody you want to big up, leave some social contacts, and definitely look in the camera here and invite Toronto to the show this Saturday, September 7th, inside a Rebel, 450 live in concert.
Well, some girl them know say man are wicked. Don't listen to them. You see me? Yo, don't follow me, You see me? But this Saturday, 450 Live in concert is going to be an incredible showcase of his talent and his catalog. We just want the fans them come out, come support, get your tickets. Come on, come hear your favorite 450.
Yeah.
Why your favorite 450?
Wild and Rich.
Yeah. Hey, girl, you can't stand me. Hey, girl, go. Big pussy girl.
Wild and Rich, that one there. Leave some social media contacts where they can check you out on social media.
Oh, Jahvy Ambassador. It's JAHVYAMBASSADOR. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
All of the handles.
Yeah, definitely. I see you on social. I see you're gonna get into probably modeling just now too. I know that's your side hustle.
Yeah, them sugar.
Yeah.
Boy, I wish me that I make money off it, We can start the hustling into being,
Yeah. It's all good. Definitely gotta big up Leela Lock the City.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Man.
You know what I mean? And the whole crew up here, Leela, we have some serious history from a long time ago. This is my girl right here.
Definitely.
You understand? I haven't seen her for a long time.
Man.
Her? She's the boss right here.
Yeah, man. She
made
a
this
Tru
happen
Ambassador.
right
Yeah,
here.
man.
Understand?
She hold the company together, man.
Definitely.
And then just think of me, We just stay and take 2 pictures and could think of me.
Pose. Boss. Thank you so much for pulling up. Toronto this Saturday. Rebel. To get Rebel on a Saturday, you're lucky, boss. Good. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Chris Rodeo, man.
All right. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinesmusichut.com.